to also be online, for example, to teach people wherever they are, they can take the Kinyarwanda classes. So I'm already overcoming my challenges. I'm so happy. My name is Denyse Umuneza. I'm a Kinyarwanda teacher and translator. I work for 10 years now, and I do translation in French, English, and Kinyarwanda. I also teach Rwandan culture. I'm a cultural facilitator, and I love my country, Rwanda. I love to introduce to expats living in Kigali. Thank you.
So, can you tell us more about your journey?
I started in 2010. I was a translator, interpreter, and how I started this job, I was working with my client, and while we are going to the field, most of the time they ask me some words in Kinyarwanda, and I keep explaining how to say good morning, how to say thank you, how to say welcome, those kind of easy words in Kinyarwanda. Then most of my clients, they ask me like, how can we take Kinyarwanda classes? How can we learn this beautiful language? Then I started teaching people after my work. After work in evening, I was meeting my clients in cafe, in their offices. That's how I started. Then 5 years ago, I started to do this as a full-time job. I'm a full-time teacher and translator. Kinyarwanda, first of all, is my mother tongue, and it's a very good language. The people who speak it, they don't know how beautiful it is because it's our mother tongue. But many people who try to learn one word or three words in Kinyarwanda, they say it's like a song. The way it is, because it's a tonal language, it sounds like a song. So that makes me feel very proud about my language, and because I like my country, my culture, my people. So I'm just proud to market my language and teach it to many people who want to learn it.
So, what are the challenges or the lows you have experienced in your journey?
Not many challenges, but of course there's a few challenges. Any job, uh, one of the challenge is to get materials, because when I started 10 years ago, there were few materials. There were few books in Kinyarwanda, like for like reading books. Like most of people say like African culture. It's like a very spoken language. It's languages. I mean, like most of the African languages in Africa, they are very spoken more than written. So it was hard to get materials. But in 2015, that's when I started to make my own materials. And now I'm very happy that I have 4 books already completed in Kinyarwanda, and I'm writing kids' storybooks. So that's only my challenge, to get materials and to get things to use, like to also be online, for example, to teach people wherever they are, they can take the Kinyarwanda classes. So I'm already overcoming my challenges. I'm so happy. It's a very joyful job. I can see it's very interesting how to, like, when you meet people from different background, different cultures, how you learn from their cultures. Because when people come to study your language or your culture, they also tell about their stories and their cultures and their languages. And I'm learning. I'm not only teaching this language, I'm also learning. I've been learning from different languages. I feel like I've traveling the whole world, and I don't really travel, but I feel like I know many countries and many cultures in the whole world. So it's a very beautiful job, and I like it. Thank you. Yes, many people who start to learn this language, they say, this is a very difficult language. I think also some Rwandese also, they say it's a difficult language. But seriously, it's not difficult as we can think, because any language, when you start to learn it, it's difficult. For example, I've been learning English and French since I was a child, but still I make mistakes, and I still learn. I'm still relearning for sure. So it's a very big journey to learn a language. It's not something you can learn for 1 year, 2 years. You have to live with it for your whole life if you really want to master a language. It's not difficult. It's a matter of starting, and maybe the grammar can be complex depending on the language you speak. If you speak a European language or any or English, so Kinyarwanda is a Bantu language. It can be, of course, different. but I don't say that it's difficult. It's just like you started and you learn something new, and you keep learning without giving up. So take the courage and just start.
So there are people outside who are listening to you and they are wondering and they want to visit Rwanda. What can you say about Rwanda in the first place?
Rwanda, a land of thousand hills. Everybody knows about that. It's a beautiful country with many, many hills and clean city. Kigali is the cleanest city I think I can say in Africa. Many people say that. It's clean, it's safe. Rwanda, and also welcome people. As many of my students, they say Rwandese, they are very, very good people. They are humble. They are very social. They are welcoming people. They're warm. So I feel like really like we have a beautiful culture, and the country is so clean, so beautiful. The landscape, it's so nice. So everybody loves it. Rwandan culture, among the African cultures, it's a very good culture. Depending on the people, how people are very social and warm and welcoming, as I say. So people always are curious to help others. They are always curious to know what is going on with other people, like with other people who are coming in the country. They are always like want to like help you to understand their language, their culture. So I feel like it's very welcoming culture. So everybody who comes in Rwanda, they say like the people there in Rwanda, it's like they're wonderful people. So it's not because it's my culture, but it's the feedback I get from my clients and my students. Everybody really loves us. So it's very nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Now, can you say 3 words in Kinyarwanda?
Three words that everybody can learn. It's muraho, which means hello, and murakoze, which means thank you, and amakuru, which means how are you, and you respond nimeza. Thank you.
Great! Well done.